and welcome back to whatever this is. We just finished the Wuthering Heights adaptation, so that is a series wrap on those. Great job, everybody. Yeah, it feels kind of bittersweet to be finished that because that was my first goal to see if I even wanted to continue doing this or not, was to get through the Wuthering Heights adaptations, and not only get through, but frankly endure the adaptations. And I think there were some hits, some misses, but it was a fun project nonetheless. This is the first video that I'm doing after having wrapped the Wuthering Heights content. So what we are doing today is we're going to be watching Atonement. And I know this is based on a book. I don't really know anything about it other than there's some betrayal involved because somebody lies and it kind of propagates through time. Yeah, let's read the description. So the film chronicles a crime and its consequences over 6 decades beginning in the 1930s. Okay. Without any further ado, let's do this. This is Atonement 2007. So something I've noticed in the previous, or some learnings that I picked up from the previous videos is that I really can't watch and talk at the same time. So I noticed, like, while I'm editing, I sort of trail off if I'm trying to make a point while the movie is ongoing. So I'm going to try to pause the movie to make my points from now on because I feel like I have a lot to say, but I keep getting distracted by the movie. I'm trying to talk. So, yeah, well, let's see if that will make a difference. Something about the typewriter noises that are so satisfying. Oh, this is the scene from The Lion King. Okay, I don't know anything about this other than James McAvoy and Keira Knightley are in this, and I believe this is Keira. No, it's not. Who is this? It sounds like the music is like incorporating the typewriter noises. It's kind of cute. Is that Saoirse Ronan? Oh my god. She's a baby.
I hope you're not going to be getting under our feet today, Miss Bryony. We got a dinner for 10 to prepare.
Okay, so a dinner is coming up today, and she has a mom that is alive.
Your first play.
Do you think so? Do you think Leon will like it?
Well, of course he will. The Trials of Arabella by Bryony Tallis.
I didn't catch her name at all. Briar? And potentially James McAvoy is Liam?
Why don't you talk to Robbie anymore?
I do.
Oh, is Robbie James McAvoy?
I'm worried about the play. Perhaps I should have written Leon a story. If you write a story, you only have to say the word castle and you can see the towers and the woods and the village below, but in a play, it all depends on other people.
Why do we have to? It's to celebrate my brother Leon's visit.
Oh, Leon is the brother. Okay.
We're guests in this house, and what do the parents say we were to make ourselves? Well, Piero? Amenable. Jackson? Amenable.
Yes. Being amenable is very, very important.
Now, Bryony, what's your play about?
Branny? There's a fly buzzing around in the scene, and maybe it's not in the scene, but there's a sound effect of a fly flying around, and I don't like it. Oh! Alfie Allen! I can't believe he killed John Wick's dog. So are all these people are here because of the party that's coming up. I don't think they're all... Well, I mean, they might be cousins, but I don't think they're, like, immediate family. Can we see her name again? I gotta know what her name is. Okay, now we're approaching the fly, and hopefully Miss Saoirse Ronan will kill it so that I don't have to hear it anymore. Oh, it's not a fly, it's a little bee. Okay. I'm more amenable to bees. Oh my gosh, she's seeing something she's not supposed to be seeing. Seems like James McAvoy just bet her to get into the fountain, and it's probably really cold. Okay, was that the thing that she wasn't supposed to see and will now create a rumor about? Because it didn't seem like anything. Because Fee just got into the fountain and she got all wet, and somehow she's mostly dry and presentable again. Oh, C is her name. Cecilia. I was calling her Fiona because I thought her name was Fee, but it's C. What a beautiful arrangement. Okay, so Cecilia had a weird moment with Robbie. I think he gave her a note or something. Is she not still, like, all wet from the fountain?
Beautiful day.
I suppose so. Too hot for me.
Oh, because it's hot. Okay, that's true. They were laying in the grass before, so maybe she dried off in the time. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid. I'm genuinely so fucking stupid. This is the lead up to the fountain scene. That's why she's dry. That's why she's holding the fucking vase with the flowers. I'm such a moron. Okay, so this is what actually unfolded between Cecilia and Robbie, and what Saoirse Ronan, whose name I still haven't picked up yet, saw from the window. So fucking dumb. Okay, so Cecilia, she stepped out to have a smoke with Robbie, and she took the vase outside as well for some reason.
Bring a friend with him. Paul Marshall, chocolate millionaire.
And the flowers for him.
Why shouldn't they be?
Okay, so they used to have like a little fling together.
Let me help with that.
No, I'm all right,
Take
thanks.
the flowers.
I'm all right.
Take the flowers.
I'm all right! You realise that's probably the most valuable thing we own?
Not anymore, it isn't.
Why would she take the whole vase outside? Or like the vase with the flowers, why not just take the vase? Or the vase, as they would say. He's holding the handle of the vase for some reason. Okay, and then she took it from him. Okay, what I thought was gonna happen was that he was gonna keep the handle of the vase, and then somebody was gonna find it on him, and then, I don't know, Saoirse Ronan was gonna say that he stole it or something. I don't know, but now that he has no evidence of the vase, I don't really know what's gonna happen now. This seemed like such a nothing interaction, so I wonder how this is gonna snowball into something that spans 6 decades. Man, Saoirse Ronan is so cute, but whoever did her haircut fucking hates her. Ugh, fuck, I couldn't see what was on the notebook. Okay, so Cecilia and Robbie had a little thing, and now with this new person coming, it's like a big deal for some reason. Oh, it's Benedict and... Okay, I don't know who the blue guy is, but this is Benedict.
Where are we putting him?
In the blue room. Mother's lying down. She's got one of her migraines.
Not surprised. This heat.
It's the big room next to the nursery.
Is he new or something? Alfie Allen doesn't know the lay of the land just yet. Okay, the heat, they've mentioned the heat at least 3 times now. So, for some reason, this is going to impact whatever secret's about to come out. I don't know why, though. Maybe, like, tempers are going to be hot as well. I don't know. Why did Leon and Cecilia keep making eyes at each other? I don't like this. It's not an incestuous secret, is it?
The old man puts him through Cambridge. Goes up at the same time as C. And for 3 years, she hardly speaks to him.
Okay, did something happen when they were in school together? So we've established what their relationship is that Robbie's not like the groundskeeper, he's the housekeeper's son. So he doesn't technically, he wasn't like hired, but he is part of like the family's staff or help or whatever. And their father helped put him through school, and she was like embarrassed to be seen around him, I guess. Okay, so the redhead's parents are getting divorced, and the older sister's trying to, like, protect them from it. So Cousin from the North and Paul Marshall are flirting and making eyes at each other as well.
Well, I might be able to help you there if you can guess what I do for a living.
You've got a chocolate factory. Everyone knows that.
Okay, so that's why he put melted chocolate in the rum, because he's like a chocolate factory owner. He's a regular Charlie, even though Charlie didn't own the chocolate factory. Why is he eyeing her like that? It looks like he's like trying to poison her. Okay, now she's writing a novel, which she was like... Yeah, so I'm doing that thing where I trailed off again, but basically, yeah, she's writing a book now, more or less. Or a story, rather, instead of a play, because she was saying earlier, like, plays are more beholden to the actors, versus when you write a story, it's like it's not as contingent on, like, performances or anything external. So, interesting characterization where perhaps she felt like she was not as in control with her play, and now she is trying to regain that by writing a story. He's writing an apology note. This is like the 4th or 3rd cigarette that she's been smoking. Oh my god, dude. A nice blotted lip that is more or less coming back now. He's trying to get in the mood by playing different songs to try to write this fucking apology too. So far, there's been a lot of shots in like reflections and in mirrors and stuff, and I think I like it. I think it's indicating to me, like thematically, that they're constantly aware of being perceived by others. Well, I mean, Keira Knightley is like, and Saoirse Ronan, I think they were looking directly in the mirrors versus James. I was gonna say James Cameron versus James McAvoy, who is not looking into his mirror, but we are. So that kind of indicates to me that he doesn't care as much what he looks like or how he appears to others versus the women who are very hyper aware of that. Or I could be making this up, I don't know. So he's like writing an apology. Is she like practicing in the mirror what she might say to him when they see each other again? Because yeah, Robbie's invited to the dinner festivities or whatever. Oh my god. Okay, so he's no longer writing an apology letter, he's writing smut. Okay, so obviously they hooked up. I think that just confirmed it. That's the one that he's gonna send? Oh no, he's...
me mad, the way I acted this afternoon. The truth...
He's writing it instead. Okay, so I don't think he crumpled up the vulgar letter, and I think that's still available, and Saoirse Ronan might find it. So Robbie doesn't have a father, and I don't think we've seen Cecilia's father. Like, he's been mentioned because, you know, he helped pay for Robbie's schooling, but I don't think we've seen him yet. So is that going to be like a big reveal, or has he passed?
Riney?
Riney?
Could you run ahead and give this to C? I feel a bit of a fool handing it over myself.
So she's gonna read it, and then what? And then what? And then what? Okay, we're going back to scenes that we've already seen. Okay, he must have left the wrong note, right? Okay, so he left the wrong note. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Fuck. Fuck, dude. Okay, first of all, this framing... Ah! Wait, let's go back. Yeah, framing looks amazing. The symmetrical shot is really, really beautiful. But, oh my god. Okay, so what happened was... he had taken the wrong note with him, and which I think is so funny because he was crumpling up the notes that he was definitely not going to use, right? And then he wrote a handwritten note, but then he left the handwritten note and then... okay, hold on. So when he had finished writing the vulgar note, he just folded it in half and like he was going to keep it or something, or like he was going to... as if he was going to deliver it to somebody, or like definitely not toss it out because the other ones he had crumpled up, right? And then for the handwritten note, he didn't even fold it. He just left it on his table. So he's a fucking dumbass, first of all. Second of all, does Robbie think that Saoirse Ronan, Riney? God, I don't know what her name is. Does Robbie think that she was going to read it before Cecilia? Right? Because... or did he just not want Cecilia to read it? That is also fair, but presumably he also doesn't want Saoirse Ronan to read it because she's a fucking kid. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. What the fuck is about to happen? Either way, Mr. James is kind of stupid.
Bryony?
Tell you what, I'm good at voices.
Bryony? I actually like the state of her door. Like, I know this whole place is like pretty extravagant and yeah, it's just extravagant, but the scratches and like the paint chips on her door kind of makes it seem like this is a place that people actually live in. So I think that's kind of nice.
Can I tell you something? Something really terrible.
Yes, please.
That's so funny. Misery does love company, right? Lola's so itching for other bad news to distract herself from the divorce of her parents.
He said he thought about it all day long.
They think he's a fucking freakazoid. So Lola's probably gonna tell people as well, right? Huh? Something shiny on the ground? She's drawn to it like a little magpie. Oh, that's the clip that Cecilia was wearing in her hair. We got a very nice close-up shot of it while she was getting ready, so we know that it belongs to her. Does she think Cecilia's been killed or something? Or like she's been disappeared? Oh my god, this framing looks so good. This strip of light coming from who the fuck knows where. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? While it is confusing for an idiot like me, I do like the jumping back and forth between what Bryony sees and what actually happened. So it seems like we as the audience are going to be in the know of what has actually transpired and what Bryony interpreted things as. Okay, so Robbie shows up at the door. He has he's rung the doorbell. Cecilia greets him. Yeah, that gown is beautiful. The drape of it is exquisite. Like how it's like trailing behind her as she was walking in.
What was in the version I was meant to read?
I don't know. It was more formal, less...
Anatomical.
Yes.
It's been there for weeks, and then this morning by the fountain.
It's been there for weeks, and this morning by the fountain. What's been there for weeks? Her anatomy is in the place where he left it, presumably.
You do know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No, I don't. Please tell me.
You knew before I did.
Was she pregnant?
Don't you know?
Yes, I know exactly.
Okay. Cute signals of consent.
Someone's coming.
Are they just gonna stay like that? Is she not gonna say anything to Bryony? Girl, what the fuck? Oh my god, this is so traumatic. This is just like in The Last Wuthering Heights, like when you're too young and seeing shit that you're really not supposed to be seeing.
Jackson and Piero bruised her arm, gave her Chinese burns.
I think we call them, when I was growing up, we called them Indian burns. Which is basically when you take somebody's forearm and like twist the skin. Don't do it, it's very painful. Okay, I think it's like fucked up that they just walked right by Bryony and didn't explain anything. Like not even an attempt at an explanation.
We are going to run away because Lola is so horrid to us and we want to go home.
Okay, so the twins are so miserable at this house that they run away. And they left a note on Bryony's bed or somebody's bed to explain. Cecilia freaked out because she thought it was her note that Bryony was about to read out, but it wasn't. And still no mention of the father. I think he must have died. I was gonna say maybe he'd gone off to war, but these men are still available and haven't been conscripted yet, so... Yeah, unclear where the father is, but they're about to go searching for the twins who have run away. Piero and Jackson are very funny names. Piero by Le Seraphim. Okay, so they have a canoe available, which nobody's used yet, but I think it will be used in the future for some escape plan. It feels like every time Saoirse Ronan walks into a room, she's like terrified. Oh?
Lola, are you all right? I'm sorry, I didn't. It was Robbie, wasn't it? You saw him. Like you said, he's a sex maniac, and you don't even know what happened before dinner.
Fuck. Okay. I see what's going on. That is so fucked up. Okay, also, this doesn't make any fucking sense because everybody's outside looking for the kids, so they could have just been having sex at the house. Right? Oh my god, so we don't know who that man is, but Bryony's gonna start a rumor that it was Robbie who had just fucked Lola and was previously fucking Cecilia because he's an addict or like a sex maniac or whatever she just said. Oh god, but I'm almost certain it was Paul Marshall, but he was probably leading the searches, so how could that have been him? Right? Oh god. Okay.
You actually saw him? Of course I did, plain as day. And then he put his hands over my eyes. I couldn't actually... I never...
Oh, fuck. Okay, this is even worse than I thought. So Lola doesn't even know who it was. They weren't having sex. She was being attacked. Oh my god, Lola, I am so sorry. I thought she was crying out of, like, guilt of being caught, but oh my god, I'm so sorry. She was literally being attacked. She was being attacked, had no idea who it was. Bryony thinks it was Robbie. This is neither here nor there, but I really love how Saoirse Ronan walks in this movie. It's like very clinical.
I saw him with my own eyes.
Fuck, dude. Oh god, god, and she's like submitting the note as evidence of his sexual deviancy. This music is so good, by the way. They're still using like typewriter noises in the score. My god, this is fucked up. And Paul probably thinks he's in the fucking clear, and he is. Maybe I'm also making assumptions. Maybe that's also a lesson in this movie, that you shouldn't be making assumptions just because of like prior patterns, prior knowledge. So here I am accusing Paul of being the assailant, but it may not have been him. But we haven't met any other men, and Theon Greyjoy is sure that he didn't do it, so I wonder if there will be a scene of Paul giving his testimony. He found the kids somehow. Oh my god, this is so fucked up. He's probably coming back like proud as shit, very relieved that he found the kids who had run off. But no, he's coming back to some very, very serious accusations. But nobody else can corroborate his story. Except maybe the kids, but I guess they wouldn't know what he was doing up until Robbie found them. Fuck. He's getting arrested for real. Does she blink and become an adult? No, okay. We just hung on that for no reason. 4 years later in northern France, he's still locked up. Oh, sorry, he's not in jail. These guys are on the front lines. We have something for you.
Not eligible for officer training if you join direct from prison. They gave me a choice. Stay in prison or join the army.
Okay, so he was in prison for under 4 years, right? Because this scene is 4 years after his arrest. So he would have needed time to like train and then also be on the front lines and then also be separated. So I can't imagine he was in prison for more than like a year max, right? I'm saying that like it's not that bad, but for a crime that you didn't commit, it's kind of insane. 6 months earlier. Okay. Okay, so he was only deployed 6 months earlier, and in that time he got lost and ended up in France. I thought she was like a waitress or like a server here because of her outfit, but no, I think she's just a guest. So Cecilia is probably the only person who didn't believe that he did the crime on account of their hooking up in the library earlier.
You look the same, apart from the uniform, of course.
So sorry, I've got to go back to the hospital in half an hour.
Okay, so she's like a little nurse now. Sorry, I shouldn't have said little. Nursing is a very respectable profession. Or is that how doctors dress? I don't know. Okay, so they seem to have developed a relationship after Robbie's little prison stint, and Cecilia has cut off her family because of the events that transpired after that night. Now, 3.5 years later, after he gets arrested, they are starting their relationship again, but between now and 6 months later, he gets deployed and lost. So what drama could transpire between now and then? Or between then, which is this scene, and now, which is 6 months later. Let's investigate. Oh, he's currently being deployed. Okay. A picture of the cottage. Ew, this beautiful sunrise. Or maybe dusk, I don't know. The sun's pretty high in the sky. It's all her letters, and the picture of the cottage is with him. He is, injured.
Bryony found my address somehow and sent a letter.
Oh.
I think she may be doing this as some kind of penance. She says she's beginning
Some kind of atonement? Okay, so I kind of like how much correspondence there is in this movie. Like, they're constantly writing to each other, and that's kind of nice. But basically, Bryony is continuing with nursing, and she is beginning to understand the full weight of what she did. That's what Keira Knightley just said. So they are going to meet up and discuss at some point. Do they know where the fuck they're going? How are they navigating? Just by vibes? The masculine urge to navigate without a map? Okay, that was not that deep. I feel like he could stand up and touch the ground. Well, I guess that's what standing is, but I feel like he could stand up in the water, right?
You can smell the sea.
They could smell the sea but couldn't hear all these fucking people. Alright, James McAvoy. I don't know anything about World War II history, I'm sorry. Is this the Normandy event? So all these folks are stuck on the beach to try to... They all want to get home, but they can't because their ships are being intercepted or something. So even if he wasn't in prison, wouldn't he have been forcibly conscripted anyway? Like mandatory enlistment during the war? So he could have easily ended up in the exact same situation had he not gone to prison, right? Yeah, I think just the scale of all these people who are basically stuck here is insane. Wow, I wish I knew something more about history. So what I'm curious about is if it ever comes up who the real culprit was. Maybe it doesn't matter because the damage is done already, but I feel like it should come up because they cast Benedict for Paul. And again, I'm assuming that it was Benedict, but it could easily have been like a secret other character that had nothing to do with anything. I feel like you wouldn't cast Benedict if you didn't want him to play a bigger role, right? I know this is supposed to demonstrate the very bleakness and the hopelessness of war, but the movie has slowed down pretty substantially here. I find it really difficult to light matches. So he's still being pretty affected by the heat. Oh my god, I thought he was burning the letters, but no, he's just looking. Okay, now we're going back to this day, the fateful day. Oh no, sorry, we're not going back, we're just having flashbacks. 3 weeks earlier in London. Okay. Oh, this is the training nurse cohort. They're dressed like Madeline. How, you know, those girls only walked in twos. She still has this goof-ass haircut. This is literally Madeline. All the girls sleeping in the same room. This thing is loud as fuck. Imagine trying to sleep and all you hear is some fucking bozo trying to be a writer.
Fiona.
Oh, there is actually somebody named Fiona here. And then Bryony is now gonna write a little letter to Cecilia.
No matter how long the hours, I can't escape from what I did.
Oh my god. Does Bryony know that Robbie was on the front lines?
Robbie?
Okay, so she is anticipating him coming back here.
You speak a little French, if I remember rightly.
Only school French, sister.
There's a soldier in bed 13. Go and sit with him for a minute. Hold his hand.
Soldier in bed 13. It can't be Robbie. No, I feel like she would have noticed that already. Is it Paul? Paul's English. No, I don't know this man. Sorry to this man. Holy fuck. Oh, bit of his brain. Just... She doesn't have the same walk as Saoirse Ronan, and I think that was something that was really charming about Bryony, is that I used like the word clinical when she was walking before, but it felt very like intentional the way she walked. Now she's kind of just sort of just dragging her body from room to room. Is any of that real like archival war footage?
Queen Elizabeth is seen here visiting a chocolate factory in the north of England.
A chocolate factory!
Mr. Paul Marshall gave the Queen a tour of the army ammo factory.
Wow, so Lola and Paul actually ended up getting married. So I don't know if I'm just stupid or just like the transitions just aren't as clear when we are going back and forth.
I saw him with my own eyes.
Is she just misremembering now, or did she actually see him this time? I feel like there should be more people here, because he's supposed to be this, like, chocolate business conglomerate. Okay, now she's meeting up with Cecilia, presumably. Okay, so even if she does know now, again, like, the damage is already done. But again, she's, like, recalling this from, like, how long was it, like 4 years ago? She could easily be misremembering.
I want to go in front of a judge and change my evidence.
Don't call me that.
I'm torn between breaking your neck here and taking you and throwing you down the stairs. All your family, you just assumed it for all my education. I was still little better than a servant, still not to be trusted.
Look at me. Come back. Come back.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know, I guess it's kind of cliche now, but sort of, women grounding men. Not really into that.
It was Leon's friend, Marshall.
Lulu won't be able to testify against him now.
Just do as we've asked of you. Write it all down, just the truth, no rhymes, no embellishments, no adjectives. And then leave us be.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair trade. These performances are really good. But again, I don't know if it matters if Lola can or cannot testify because she's married to Paul now. I don't think it matters if she can or can't testify because she said that she didn't see who it was. She had the same haircut for 60 years. I think I dig the commitment to the bit, but oh my god. So interesting that she became a novelist instead of a playwright, which is what she originally was. This lighting is fantastic, and I love the background fading away. That's amazing.
I had for a very long time decided to tell the absolute truth. No rhymes, no embellishments.
No adjectives. Okay, maybe she did put adjectives in there. Can't believe she broke her promise.
I was too much of a coward to go and see my sister in June 1940. So the scene in which I confessed to them is imagined. Robbie Turner died of septicemia at Bray Dunes on June the 1st, 1940.
I cannot believe this. So that whole scene of Bryony meeting up with Cecilia again to apologize and sort of confront Robbie on what she can do to make amends, right? All of that was fake and made up by the in-universe novel Atonement. The reason all of that was made up was because Robbie died before he made it back to England after the war.
And I was never able to put things right with my sister Cecilia.
Of course not. How could you?
Because she was killed on the 15th of October.
This is a very interesting story. I was gonna say that it slowed down pretty substantially during the wartime scenes, but it's because all of that was a first-hand recount of the Atonement novel in the movie. So this is a very interesting story about the lack of atonement, right? Because she's elderly now. Everybody who would have known the truth is probably dead because she would have been the youngest. Or I guess maybe the twins might still be alive and maybe cousin Lola. But everybody else is probably dead. So yeah, there is no point to her being honest at this point because who would be around to even hear it?
I wanted to give Robbie and Cecilia what they lost out on in life. I gave them their happiness.
That's kind of stupid, because, yeah, I don't respect that decision at all. So Bryony wrote a fictional happiness for Robbie and Cecilia because they both died before anything could really happen with them after the war. And again, yeah, just cowardly until the end, right? Because, yeah, in 1940, she would have been 18. And I guess, yeah, Bryony said that she, like, wrote and rewrote different versions of it over the years. But, yeah, now, like, 50 years later, what the fuck is the point? It's, like, how arrogant do you have to be to think that that is something that would be helpful for anybody? Oh, the cottage. Wow. I feel like I didn't talk a lot throughout, like, the second half because, yeah, there wasn't really anything to talk about. The wartime was really, really difficult, I imagine. Yeah, so I basically wrapped up my thoughts in that last little bit. It's very arrogant of Bryony to think that this means anything to anybody. It's kind of offensive for her to call it atonement when nothing has been atoned, right? Nothing has been atoned, nothing has been made right in the world. And for that reason, it feels a little bit unfulfilling, right, story-wise? Because, yeah, truth doesn't matter, justice doesn't matter, and, like, Bryony's own sense of right and wrong, it's like, I'm glad that you came to the conclusion that this was, you know, you should have been sure. I mean, she even said it during the fake confrontation scene that she did believe that it was him. So having said all of that, I think this was a fine movie. I feel like the book would have done a better job at sort of fleshing it out and making the wartime scenes not be so fucking boring. They tried to make them as, like, not fun, but, like, as visually engaging as possible because there was a lot of dynamic movement of the characters and also extras in the background and also the camera, right? So they did try to make it visually engaging, but it kind of just wasn't. And I guess that was the point, to make it seem as bleak as possible, but it felt like it went on for way too long. Like, this movie's 2 hours long, and it really didn't have to be. I like that it now makes sense why Robbie had 2 friends that were also isolated, because Bryony said at the end in the interview that everything was like a first-hand account, so she must have talked to people who were there at the time, right? And the jumping back and forth, I normally like sort of non-linear storytelling where we see the same scenes from different perspectives. I think that's a really effective way to storytell. Like, Bullet Train is one of my favorite movies, where, yeah, again, like the same scene, you see it from different characters' perspectives and with new knowledge every time you see it. So I think that was good, but I don't think it was executed very well, because there were lots of moments in this video you'll probably see where I myself got very confused about where things were picking up. So I wish that was made a little bit more evident for fucking morons like me. But yeah, thank you for watching. This is Rito in the outro. Catch you next time.